Okay, it's that time of year again, and they've left it late this year. I don't remember if they've actually left it this late before, but we're a week from basically FP1, and we finally are allowed to go in and pick our fantasy teams for the season. So today, just like last year, we're going to go in now, and I'm going to go through my thought process as to who I'm picking and why I'm picking them for this season. Now, just like before, we have a $15 million budget and unlimited trades to make before the first round. We still have our 3 boosts, which I no doubt throughout the season will completely waste. And almost everything is the same as it was. 2 gold riders, a constructor, 2 silver riders. But as we can see here, if we jump down into the screen now, we have a cheeky little update here. So let's get into it. So as we can see here, guys, new for this season, now you'll be able to make 2 trades between each GP week, giving you more opportunity than ever to build up those points. If we need to play catch up a little bit here, we'd probably do it a little bit faster, which leaves me inclined to perhaps take a couple more risks here. And I like to take a few risks as it is, so we'll see how we go. I would always recommend that you leave it as late as possible to finalize your team. Watch practice, wait till the lockout is about to expire, and pick your team as late as possible. For the benefit of my lovely viewers and subscribers, I'm going to do mine now and just lock it in. I'm not changing it once I've picked it here for you guys on camera. Let's pick our unbelievably good, no doubt, winning team. So with the 15 mil to spend, and I think early on, obviously, because now that we can make the 2 trades in between Grand Prix, I'm going to try and look for the value here. Who's going to increase in value for us so that later on in the year, we can end up with the strongest team possible. That's my strategy here. It's a bit harder this year to just pick just like the 2 best riders and then the best bike and then just whoever. Yeah, I think you have to be a bit smarter this year. We need to really find the value. Who's going to improve their value a lot. My first instinct here is obviously you want a big hitter, don't you? You want a Pecco or a Mark or a Fabio, whatever. I think there's no value in Fabio there with Yamaha struggles. He probably will go and win the first Grand Prix, knowing him, and Yamaha is always good at Qatar. 4 mil, I don't know if I really want to stretch that far. Pecco at 3.7, maybe. I think if I was looking at any of the big hitters, I'd probably be looking at Mark just because he's the cheapest. I think he's going to be pretty strong. Bastianini, for me, is a must-have. And then obviously as we go down, do you touch KTM or not? It's a risk. I'm inclined not to, but I do see the value at such a low price in Raul Fernandez or Remy Gardner, because I think even if the bike's a bit shit, I think they're going to get some decent results. So I think it will at least go up a little bit in the first couple of rounds. So these are the decisions we have to make today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and nail on a constructor here. And at 4.4 million, I think Ducati's almost a must-have just because there's so many bikes and they're going to be so good. But then you really are sacrificing in the rider market. So let's see what that looks like to start with. If we add that, go into the riders. So again, we've only got 10.6 to spend here now that we've done that, and that leaves us really bare. So say we take a Bastia, 6.8 left, 8.2 left. That's not a lot to get 3 riders in, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to try and get an increase in value from Honda. I think Mark on his own could almost increase value with that, but Pole's looking pretty competitive. If we get some decent results out of the other 2 just early in the season, I think that'll go up. I think that leaves us in a better place now. 9.6 remaining. What can we do with the rest of it? Well, let's see if we can try and work maybe a Mark or something in there by saving money somewhere else. So there are a couple here that I think are potentially risky, but the upside, if you get it right, is massive. Say we take Aleix. Say we take Jorge Martin to get the Ducati numbers up again. Leaves us 4.2 to spend on the last rider. So we could just go in for a Mark or a Pecco and still leave ourselves with a little bit of budget there. So that would leave us with 500k. I don't think that's too bad. Are we Ducati heavy? I mean, we've got a decent spread here. Got no Yamaha representation. No KTM. You have to take Ducati though. That's the thing for me. I think you almost do. I think that's a pretty damn good team. Or I could take Marquez over Pecco. What if we drop Aleix here and see what else we can do? 3.1 million. Part of me wants to get in one of these KTM rookies, you know, just for the upswing in price that you might get. Say we took Remy. That leaves a huge budget left. We could still afford to do Ducati then? 4.2. It's a lot of salary remaining if we do that. Don't want to squeeze Mark in. Fuck, this is hard. Is everybody else having as much trouble with this as I have? Please say yes. Like, we're in a weird place now where it almost feels like taking one of the Aprilias is safer than taking Morbidelli. And it doesn't really make sense in my head, but just the way it feels. I mean, I've not even spoken about Suzuki yet. I feel like I'm too Ducati heavy. We've got to make us some Sakis here. Basically, what we want to do is increase value on guys like Fernandez, Bastianini, and then end up with a team that's like Bagnaia and Ducati and Marquez in the same team at some point and really come home strong. That's what we're aiming for. That's why I think maybe Mir will leave out, because there's not enough room for him to improve. You're just going for points now, which is fine, but let's take the risk on Frankie. And then do this. I mean, that looks good. I think that looks good. It's risky, but it looks good. I mean, make my bad decisions now and try and sort it later with a fair bit of budget remaining. And just try and improve the value. Ducati's covered. Mark's covered through the Honda connection here. And then we've got two guys that we're hoping get at their best. Because Raul Fernandez could definitely come out like swinging, couldn't he? But do you want Remy because he's a bit safer? Because you're just probably guaranteed he's going to finish the races. I do find it funny actually though, when you look here. The KTM boys have a Suzuki background on them. Have a look at that. Are they all like that? Let's have a look. Yeah, rather than just go no background like they've done with like the With You Yamahas or Grassinis. I mean, you've waited this long to actually open this up for people. Was no one working on this till like yesterday? Like, I don't understand. You haven't even got it close to right. Rail or Remy? Rail or Remy? Rail or Remy? If Rail goes bang, I'll be disappointed I didn't take him. So I'm going to stick with that. Save team. Bang, we're sorted. Thanks for joining us and helping us pick our fantasy team this season. I will no doubt be joining the LTV Sportscast League this season with Leighton and the boys. And if you really want to know about Fantasy MotoGP, that's where you should be going. Those guys know what they're talking about. They're a bit better than me at it. But I will keep you updated on my progress throughout the season. Obviously, like I said, if you really want to know which direction you should be going in, check out Leighton and the guys on the LTV Sportscast. I'll put a link to the LTV Spotify channel in the link down below. And soon enough, you'll have your pre-season pod there to listen to. And just make sure you jump in the comments. Tell me how much you think I'm going to fail or not. Tell me what your team is down there. When the league's sorted with Leighton and the lads, I'll put a link to that in the description below as well, and you can sign up and join the league and all that good stuff and prove to me how much better than me you are at predicting what's going to happen in MotoGP. All the best. Happy hunting this season, guys. And like I said, make sure you let me know how much you destroy me by after the first race, and if you've left me in the dust already at this point after just the first rounds. And that's it, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.